you will know why it is that we said that she is a fashionista, she's an entrepreneur, she's a philanthropist, and she is here to share with us a little bit today about the business of fashion. Remember, you can send us all your thoughts, your comments, your queries, and we are live on Facebook and Instagram, so feel free to share anything that you want to share with us and with Kristia. So I want to call you Tia. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for showing up with your hat and your lipstick. It's fabulous. All right, so I know you as Tia, the clothes girl. How did you even get started? Have you always been interested in fashion?
I was interested in sales. So my mother used to sell jewelry, real jewelry, sterling silver and costume jewelry. And that's how I really got my foot into business. My mother has always taught me from life, once you want something, you have to work towards it. So when I was in prep school and you'd want this toy and that toy, my mother's like, well, save you money to get that toy. So one time we went abroad and she was buying her sterling silver jewelry and I used my savings to buy fashion jewelry. Okay. Which she then sold on my behalf, and then that's how my business started. So I could buy toys.
So you could buy toys. Yeah. Right now I'm sure you're buying more than toys because you've flourished. So how long essentially has that been?
Well, that was prep school, so that's grade 6.
Grade 6.
Yeah.
What do you feel that taught you? I'm sure that's something that...
A lot of discipline, and it just taught me that things don't happen overnight. I feel like a lot of problems that our generation face is that they want things to happen immediate, but because it's been such a long time, I've learned to appreciate that. I appreciate time, and I appreciate that things don't happen necessarily as planned all the time, and that you have to just step towards it, and as long as you remember your end goal, you'll get there. It just takes time.
I'm so happy that you brought up the idea of millennials. We're considered millennials, right? Because we're born after what, 1986? Those are millennials. So what do you think is what are the top 2 problems you think millennials face?
Patience. I don't think we have much patience at all. And another one, I really can't. I like that we're go-getters and I like that we're very determined. So my only issue would really be patience. We're not very patient. We want it now or we want it from yesterday. So I think patience
is a huge thing that people need to tackle. Clearly, having your mother delay gratification by making you work for toys, big up mommy wherever she is.
It was not
so fun. How did you as a kid process, like, mommy's not giving me these things, she's telling me I have to go through all of that? What was that experience like for you?
Actually, I liked it. I liked the challenge and I liked the feeling. I remember the first time I liked to sell. So before I used to sell, as I said, she used to sell sterling silver, but sometimes she'd sell clothes. So I'd follow her when she goes out and sell, and then I would be the spokesperson. And I remember one time I sold 23 shirts to a lady, and then we went for ice cream after. But just that feeling, I liked it. So when she was telling me that, oh, you want a magazine, then you just have to go and pay for it yourself. I liked the challenge. I was like, okay, I'll do it.
All right, I feel like I need to hear like a snippet of that grade 6 student selling 23 shirts. I can't sell 2. So what was that pitch like?
Well, you have to tell her, well, that one look nice on you, that one make you look curvy, that one make you boobs. Oh God, I did everything. I said everything, I did everything just to make sure that my mother could get those 23 sales. And that was really the starting of it. After that, she knew that I could do it, so it was just up to challenging me, because I'm sure she would have given me whatever toy or whatever I wanted. But she just wanted me to learn certain things, and she just wanted me to reach my full potential on my own.
Okay, so prep school, you're helping mommy sell, you're doing all of that. What's high school like for you?
High school, if my principal ever heard this, you're not supposed to sell in high school. But I sold from first form all the way up.
Which school did you go to?
I went to St. Andrew High School for girls.
Okay, St. Andrew?
St. Andrew.
And you're not
best
supposed
school
to...
in the entire world.
So what were you selling? What were you doing on the campus?
Well, also another thing I did in prep school was, if you don't want to join the lunch line, I'll join it for you at a service charge. So when I went to Andrews, I was doing the same thing in first form. Also, I told you I was really interested in magazines from prep school. So what I did know was, when I reached to high school in first form, I would then sell the posters in the magazine so that I can buy the magazine.
Backstreet Boys. You remember everybody had the huge Backstreet Boys and Spice Girl posters.
Every poster you wanted, I had it. By second form, I was selling beaded jewelry. A friend of mine and myself was doing that. By third form, I was selling keychains. By fourth form, that's when I started to do crochet. So I was selling crochet swimsuits and whatever. By fifth form, I started to sell clothes and jewelry. So there was no book in my bag, just clothes to sell at school in my bag. And then I started university, and university was the biggest challenge in terms of sales for me.
Why was that?
Because naturally I'm a very shy person, so I had to this is the Tia after the exercise that I'm going to tell you about. Okay. So in high school, you're an all-girl school, you know everybody, whatever, so it's way easier. When I'm in high school, and I went to high school before my friends went to high school. I only had one friend at UTech. So when we started UTech, it's like you just literally don't know anyone.
Right, huge school.
It's a huge school, and at that time I was naturally a very shy person. So going there, and I'm just like, well, I sell clothes, now I have to go to people and do this. It was very hard for me, and it was just it was a big challenge. I had to step out of my shell every single day, and I gave myself challenges, you know, go up to 5 people today, go up to 10 people tomorrow, and I literally had to grow myself and break myself out of that shell that I was in. And I mean, you deal with a lot of rejection. A lot, because at that time I was walking up and down and selling. So you know people that walk up and down and sell? Like people on the road.
You were literally the person.
Yeah, and I remember sometimes I'd set up a table and try and sell jewelry. So just like how it's frowned upon when somebody's coming to you windshield, it's the same attitude I got sometimes from persons. Like, no, whatever. They don't even hear what you have to say. It's just like so it was a lot of rejection, and having to deal with that each day, it really... That's why I said it was the hardest part, but it was the hardest I learned the most from. So
you'd literally write down challenges every single day?
Mentally. I'd mentally challenge myself. Like, I remember the first time I went up to one person and she was not interested, and I was like, okay, I'm done for today. And then I was like, well, no, tomorrow try 5. 1 out of 5 must listen to what you're saying. And then each day I just gave myself that challenge until I was at one point where it just didn't faze me anymore. Rejection
so people be like, no, and you'd be like, okay.
Yeah, and I just go to the next person, and then I started to sell out of my car. I imagine you're going to somebody, hi, I have some clothes in my car, would you like to come and look at them? And dealing with everybody is like, that's weird. So with persons who are breaking out of the shell like that, I just advise that you just give yourself some challenges each day.
Give yourself some challenges. A fantastic tip from Tia, the clothes girl, moving from selling in her car. No, before she even got... Hold on, you had a car in university?
Oh no, here's that story. So my mother rents cars, so she always has cars. So when I just got my license, I'm like, Mommy, please, I can't walk up and down with all the clothes. It's limiting me. I want to be able to show people more. So she's like, okay, I'll drive behind you. You're gonna park this car. I'm gonna read off the mileage?
Yes.
I couldn't even move it. So when the sun hot and people are like, no, what to go do when the sun
you're like, no.
My mother was like, no, you're not moving it. If you move it, I'm taking it back, and you just have to walk with the clothes. So my mother is she's all about discipline. So I remember that was the first day I sold at school. So when it was hot outside, I just couldn't sell. Just had to lock it up and wait until it cooled down a little bit, because I couldn't move the car. If I moved the car and she saw that the mileage moved, she would take it back.
That's
very serious woman. Very serious woman. But I mean, I have a lot of discipline and the results. And then after that, that was just the first day. When she was like, oh, you actually didn't move it? Alright, so she gave me a little bit more freedom there.
So you have 1 more kilometer that you can move it
yeah, the sun I can tomorrow. Move it to a different parking lot. And then after that, I gradually went to UE. So it was between UE and UTech. UE and UTech that I was selling. So
when did you become Tia, the clothes girl?
The instant that happened was when Instagram came about, because I wanted a name, and I don't want no boutique or anything like that. I said makeup girl, Tia, clothes girl. Just I want it, as you know who I am. I'm not into the fanciness, nothing. Straight to the point. Tia, clothes girl. And my name is Kristia.
Kristia, so Tia.
Yeah.
How has the inclusion of social media changed your business?
As I said, Instagram even gave me my name, if you're thinking at it like that. Social media, it really challenges you. It really grows your business. My business is due to social media, the success of it. But it's really a daily challenge. Like, there's a portion of each day that I have to sit and think about my business and how to grow it in this digital space.
Before we even continue on the idea of challenges, just want to remind you guys, we are talking to Kristia Franklin of Tia Clothes Girl. I am sure that you guys, if you ladies, maybe you've shopped with her, gentlemen, maybe your girlfriend shops there, or maybe you should tell her to go shop there. A lot of fresh outfits. So you said you've had challenges every single day. You have to sit down and think about your business when it comes to social media.
Yes.
I view that as strategy. So how important do you believe strategy is for any kind of business?
Extremely important. It's all about your strategy. Everything. I remember even when I was at university, a presentation that we did, I got the strategy part and I excelled in that. So I'm very strategic. And I just think about everything. As I said, literally every day I'm thinking of how can I leave a bigger impact? How can I get more followers today? And it's very overwhelming. Sometimes I just take bed rest. That's what my mother calls it. We just
bed rest.
Lay down in the bed that day and I just think it through and I just think it through. But it's a very competitive.
Okay.
It's a very competitive environment and it requires a lot of thought, especially if you want to stand out and you want to be different.
So how do you stand out and be different and, you know, attract those followers that you have? Which you have quite a few, right? Like about 9,000 followers?
Yes, it's growing daily. Within the past 3 days, I've gotten 300. So
hey now,
yeah,
results.
Yeah. So strategies, I would say, I don't do the typical. Well, in Jamaican stores, what we do is normally put the clothes on mannequins or put the clothes on the ground. I don't do that. So it adds more pressure on my plate. But I like the creative aspect because I wouldn't be satisfied if I wasn't doing something creative. So I'd have to arrange shoots each week.
Every single week.
Every single week, sometimes twice a week. God bless my photographers. I love them so much. My brand would be nothing without them. And then you also have to strategize. God has been fortunate to me by blessing me with persons who are popular artists, Davina, all of those people, and I've been able to work with them, and their following has in turn turned into my following because persons look at their dress and they look at what they're wearing and they're like, oh, I want that, and then they're thank God, they mention me, they do whatever they need to do so the traffic translates to my page.
So that to me, in marketing, that's called what? Cross promotion. So how important, I mean, clearly you're getting followers from that, but how important is it for entrepreneurs to share? What I have seen is that a lot of young people, a lot of entrepreneurs don't want to share ideas, involve other people, you know, share resources. So how do you think that has impacted you? And what would you tell somebody who's like, oh no, they're gonna steal my idea, or you know, it's not, I'm not willing to put the time in?
I realize a lot of persons are competitive in their fields, and I mean, I'm not of a competitive nature, but I do realize, because I've been in space, and these are some persons who are even my friends, and something will come over in conversation. I'm like, you know, I'm doing this from so long. Why wouldn't you have told me that? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, even up to today, a friend of mine said, hey, she wants to start selling clothes. I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna encourage you to do it because what is for me is for me, and what is for you is for you. So in a very competitive space, it's hard, and I do find a lot of persons will hold back from information from me. I've dealt with it in school, in projects, and all those kind of things. So what I would say, I talk about my ideas to everybody because you never know who you're speaking to. I can give an idea to you and then you can be like, oh, you know, I met somebody and you know,
this and that.
Exactly. So I don't think it's smart to just hold on to your ideas like that. You never know who is listening. You never know who can truly help you.
Have you ever had a bad experience with that? A lot of sharing?
I have.
Call no names. It's fine. Don't call any names.
I have, and it wasn't very it was unfortunate because I was just sharing this as a friend, and then the friend just took it and ran with it. But I mean, it's just life lessons, and I'm still not afraid to share my ideas and to share my goals because the more I speak about it, the more it's a reality to me, and the more accountable I have to be for it because I told you I'm gonna do it, so I have to do it. So it's a mechanism that I myself use to make sure that I'm hitting my targets and everything.
Speaking it into being with Krista Franklin of Tia the Clothes Girl. I see a question coming to us from Facebook. Madam Producer, we have, go ahead.
How much of your time is spent strategizing? That's one.
Danielle Drummond is asking how much time is spent strategizing for you.
As I said, each day I spend about an hour doing it.
An hour?
Yeah, an hour. There are some days that it takes way longer. And you have to keep renovating yourself. I mean, you come up with this and you think that this is going to work, and then you have another idea and you have to run with that. And different things, like my brand, I do a lot of campaigns, which is not what local brands do out here. And I mean, that in itself is stress, and that's a lot of strategizing. That's always putting into the work and whatever. So it just has, if you love it, you'll do it, but it takes a lot out of you. So on average, about an hour, and then when I have those bigger projects or I have a bigger challenge facing me, it goes beyond an hour. I tell you, sometimes I take the whole day.
And then you take a rest day the next day.
Yeah.
How important is love? loving what you do. There are people who are good at what they do and they're like, okay, I'm gonna make some money, you know, people want clothes and stuff like that. How important is love in maintaining the business that you have?
Very important. Up to today I spoke about my trainer because I'm just like, wow, that's amazing. He's doing what he loves and he literally does it for the entire day. That must be a blessing to just be training people back to back to back. That's what he loves. It's very important to love what you're doing, because if you don't love what you're doing, you're gonna lose interest. You're bound to. I mean, money is great, but it will hold you for so long. You have to have passion for what you're doing and have a love for what you're doing, and that's actually what drives you each day.
One moment, we have another question from Sean, who's asking, are you thinking about going global?
Oh, thinking. That's what majority of my strategy I think is about. Right now I am doing international sales, and that's where my business, that has actually been my biggest struggle, to figure out how to do that. And every day I have to be coming up with new ideas, new trials, everything to try. But that is the goal, and that will be happening very soon. That's majority of where my strategy is. My bed rest, my everything is in figuring out how to get it internationally and globally.
So big up Bobby Jones. He's watching for the first time.
Oh, hey there. Hey, Bobby Jones. Thank you for tuning in on Facebook. So, challenges. I really want to go back to challenges. You faced rejection. You've dealt with it. You've have you ever had an issue or a time when you wanted to give up?
The type of person I am, I don't give up, but I can know that if some persons were in my shoes at that time, they would have definitely given up. But I'm just not a quitter. I don't quit anything I'm a part of. Once I've made up my mind, I'm gonna fight until I figure it out. But there are times where it becomes extremely overwhelming. That's how I phrase it. I've been extremely overwhelmed many times, because even what he's talking about my online store, I've had an online store for 2 years now, and it just requires so much attention, and it requires think of it, right? They're online stores, and these stores are being run out of 3-story and up building. So they have employees that are doing this, and this is just one person, me, trying to accomplish what all those hundreds of employees are doing. So at times it's very overwhelming. I've paused it so many times. I put it down, I take it off the internet. All sorts of things have happened with my online store, but I'm finally, and it's something I had to gear myself up, mentally prepare myself, and you just have to allot the time and the energy and just focus, and that's what I'm doing right now with my online aspect. But I would have said that it has failed several times, but I'm just not giving up.
Failure is not final, though. I want to on the idea of the online store. I know what you do is a little bit different. It's not only your things. No. So tell us a little bit more about your online space.
Okay, so how I am as a person, I don't want to be the only person winning. I like when everybody around me is doing well. I like when my friends are doing well, everybody. So my online store, it introduces other designers. So there are other local designers who sell on my site. So they're getting the opportunity to benefit from what the site has to offer, because my site is as up to date as any other site. There's live chat, there's every feature that you'd want my site has.
And you manage that?
Yes. Right?
Okay.
So, and I have a web developer that he helps me a lot. He built the site. But yeah, it's just really the two of us that does everything to do with the site. So where was I? What did I ask again?
We were talking about, I think we just both went blank right now.
Wow.
Oh,
we're there.
That's great.
Website, failure is not the end.
Failure is not the end. No, we talked about you listing other brands on the website.
Yes. So other brands can now sell their products on my website, and I mean, you benefit from stuff as I do a lot of ads online and whatever, so their things are put in the ads, so they're getting an international following or international viewing. I recently started with one designer, and we just started really in the last week, and we've already gotten 6 orders for it. Now that is 6 as opposed to my 2 years of nothing, because I was not putting anything into it. So I've literally just taken the past 2 weeks, and in that 2 weeks I was able to get her 6 sales. And then also starting 2 days ago, I'm working with Jamaica Society for the Blind, who does crochet, and we've designed a specific swimwear, a specific swimsuit that they will actually make it, so the money goes to them.
Oh.
Yeah, that Davina wore, once again, the benefiting of cross marketing. Davina wore it, and as a result, we got at least probably 20 inquiries, and at least 4 persons. At least 4 persons have actually ordered. So they've already spent their money through PayPal, and we're just gonna start to do now.
So philanthropy is a major part. You talked about Jamaica Society for the Blind. so you clearly, I mean, have found time to give back as well.
Yeah, it's very important to me. That's where I find my most joy. I mean, my one talent or gift per se that I feel like I can teach is crochet, and I've used it as much as I can. I've also worked with Fleet Street. Savannah worked with me on that project where we taught them how to make calabash bags, and then those were also sold. So philanthropy is a big deal for me. It's honestly, I love what I do, but if I get my business to a certain point where I can sell it and then be making awesome money, I would just sell it and then just travel the world and teach crochet.
You travel the world and
travel
teach
the world
crochet?
And teach crochet
Wow.
and show persons how to start their own business. That's
So
what I would do.
Clearly you're very much into sharing your talents and your time and that sort of thing. I wanted to ask you about now the Jamaican fashion industry. Obviously you are a retailer. You have a lot of competition.
Yeah.
You've talked about campaigns as differentiators. What else do you use to differentiate yourself?
Well, currently when you see, it gets a little tricky because when you order online you can get several of one piece, but then what I have online I don't actually have in my store, quote unquote.
Okay.
Yeah, so a competitive advantage that I have is that it's one of each piece I have in my store. Because, you know, as females in Jamaica, we don't like the idea of somebody else having our thing. Kind of
turning up in the party
Yeah.
and she has the same dress on and maybe she looks better in it than you do.
I really wouldn't even care less, but, you know, that's how the Jamaicans are, and that's what I think. So I think that's a competitive advantage that I have. Also, I've learned that my company seems like a membership because they think it's very exclusive, or they're seeing just a set amount of persons wearing the clothes over and over again. So my clients do feel very special. So that's another advantage, that they feel like they're part of something. And also when you come, I'm not just going to show you clothes. We dress you towards your body shape. We dress you towards your mood. You can ask Savannah, the first time she came we spent about 2 hours because I really try and get a grip of who you are and what your style is, and then dress you accordingly.
For those of you who don't know, my acting producer today is my friend Anna, aka Savannah, who's taking her production job very, very seriously back there. Very seriously. And so I think I was there the first time, and I noticed that you actually took out the sizes that matched. So I think that made a huge difference for her as well, and I was actually impressed by that. So do you find that you put extra effort into customer service?
I do. Customer service is extremely important to me. I've never had a customer that comes that's dissatisfied with my service. They're normally always pleased, and that's why I have a lot of loyal customers. I have customers that since they started shopping at me, they've never been anywhere else, and it's because of the treatment as you come. I mean, if it takes you 4 hours, I'm not running you. If it takes you 4 hours, we're gonna stay the 4 hours. If you want to switch it up this time, and I pay a lot of attention to your detail, your personality, and if you want to step out, let's try this time or that time. And especially I pay a lot of attention to your body in terms of the shape of your body. I realize that a lot of stores will just sell you something because you like it. Right. I will literally say that does not fit your shape. And persons appreciate that at the end of the day, you know. And also, as you come, you sit down. I'm the person that goes through all the clothes. I'm the person that shows you whatever. So
a lot of attention to detail.
A lot of attention. My customers are spoiled. I tell them all the time, like, you know, so I spoil you. Yeah, I spoil everybody.
But I feel like that's why when they spend the money, right? When they feel good. So keep spoiling them. Collect that money, Tia. Alright, so we have a new little segment specially for Tia, suggested by our producer, and it is a speed segment. Okay. So all I will be doing is stating a fashion item, and then you're going to tell me what it brings to mind, and then you're gonna like take it back to university and like give advice. Okay. Can you do that?
I'll try my best.
Okay.
So you're gonna say the word. I'm gonna tell you the first thing that comes to my mind, and then what?
Give advice.
On what you said?
No, on what you said.
Okay.
Yeah. No pressure.
Let me try.
Feeling good?
I'm ready to try.
Alright, cool. So only 5 words though. Number 1. What's word number 1?
Shoes.
Shoes.
Urban OG. That's where I buy shoes online.
Urban OG.
Online shopping tips.
Okay, alright. Online shopping tips.
Yeah, so Urban OG, they have some really nice shoes, and they have the same shoes as Lola Boutique, which I'm sure that's where you go, but it's cheaper.
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian.
Glam.
tips on staying glam when you messy all day?
Just being true to yourself. I think no matter how much we say this about her and that about her, I think that she's really just true to her own style, and she just rocks her own thing.
Okay, so
she does her.
Stay true to yourself. Stay glam. The other word is makeup.
Makeup can do. That's the first thing.
Me too.
But I would say, just learn to do it yourself. I realized the other day I was trying to get makeup artists, wasn't working out, and then I just took it upon myself, and my friend just sent me a voice note of exactly step by step as to what to do, and I did it. So my advice to you is don't think that you need a makeup artist, because before that I felt like I needed one. If one wasn't available, my shoot would be cancelled. So dependent, and now I'm independent. It's not amazing, but you know,
it gets the job done. All right, so two more. Let's think about dresses.
I love dresses.
Okay.
And dresses are one of the, well, no, it can't fit every body type, but a loose dress can basically fit every single body shape. So dresses are normally a safe fit, along with pantsuits. Normally safe.
Should every girl have a dress in some way, shape,
every
or
girl
form?
should have a dress.
Ideal dress.
An ideal dress. And the last question is carnival stockings.
When you find them, can you please tell me where to get them? I'm so clueless when it comes up to carnival. This will be my very first time, and all my friends are like, "Oh, you got your makeup artist?" I'm like, "Huh? I forgot that detail." They're like, "Oh, you got your shoes?" I'm like, "Huh?" So I need help. Help me. When you find these stockings, let me know, please.
Let us all know.
All right, so Jik is asking, guys, tips on shopping in Jamaica for Tia.
Besides shopping with her.
I'm just gonna say, like, why just come to me?
Why shop? Go to Tia. What about shopping for men though? Jik is a dude. Hey Jik. Hey.
What I'd say is just do a lot of window shopping before you do your final buy. That's what I even do when I'm abroad. I just go around, and because you don't want to buy something somewhere and then you go and find something that you like better, or you go and find it cheaper. Jeez, on my head,
it hurts. Listen,
I hate when I find it cheaper somewhere else. So just do a lot of window shopping and ask for advice, and mostly ask for advice from girls. We normally have that eye, Jake.
Jake. Yeah, but finding stuff cheaper is upsetting.
Yeah,
upsetting.
I hate when that happens.
We're not gonna talk about this. I have a whole story. Anyway, we have 5 minutes remaining, and we are reminder, guys. Kristia Franklin. That's Tia the Clothes Girl. I wanted to ask you about pressure of maintaining your own personal style. Do you ever just put on a t-shirt and jeans and be like?
Yeah, I remember one time on TVJ, Smile Jamaica, they were asking me like about casual looks, and I was just like, please do not come over to the house in like jeans and flip-flops. The one time I came out to my house in jeans and flip-flops,
everybody saw you.
Next day, I'm in the line and this lady said, "Matinki, you say you shouldn't do that." I'm like, oh my gosh, the one time. So yeah, there is that pressure. A lot of times, you know you're gonna book up on somebody, so you want to always put your best foot forward. And sometimes I live very close to Sovereign, and sometimes I just want to go in the crappy clothes I have on, but I'm like, no, I can't do that because
no pajama bottoms.
No, I just have to put myself together. So there is that pressure, but I enjoy it. I love putting on clothes. I love dressing up. So it doesn't really bother me.
All right, so we are in our last couple of minutes wrapping up. Before we go, that one big tip that you want to give a fashion entrepreneur, regardless of what space they're in, you know, what bit of advice would you give?
The entrepreneur is somebody who's into fashion. The entrepreneur.
The fashion entrepreneur.
Okay.
So the you.
My advice to the me is just, as I said, just be patient. Just don't ever rush it. Don't ever feel like everybody's ahead of you. You are in your own race, and it's your own timing. I mean, if I'm supposed to do that, I would have given up a long time ago. There's an online store, and even up to yesterday I said, "Mommy, I'm always 20 steps behind this girl." So we have the same supplier. But that's fine. You know, she's been in the house a bit longer, so I'm not going to watch that and then be saddened by it. I'm going to watch it and let it motivate me. So don't ever use those things to make you feel like you're not good enough or to slow you down. Just keep in your own race and at your own pace, and you're good.
I don't think I need to say absolutely anything else. Fantastic advice. Remember, Kristia Franklin, you can find her and follow her at TiaTheClothesGirl.
Tia_clothesgirl.
Tia_clothesgirl, and I'm sure you'll find her website from there. Yeah. It has been an absolute pleasure and the fastest 45 minutes in my entire life. It's been so fantastic. It's been my pleasure to be your host today. Tune in for the next episode. We're going to be talking about entrepreneurship and financial planning. Enjoy. Bye, guys.
Yes. I'm gonna tune in.
Bye.